West MacDonnell National Park. I've just entered and I'm going to follow the Cycle to Simpson Gap bike path for 17 kilometres. Just leaving Alice Springs. It does have a nice range along the side. Just over there. It's quite spectacular, that's for sure. It's a bit of cloud around today. Definitely a beautiful little bike path. Knew nothing about this bike path before I came here. That's for sure. Wow, what can I say? Wow, that's amazing. Very impressive, isn't it? Meant to be spectacular, but sometimes when you actually get there you just go wow. Simpson's Gap, now this is a surprise. It's just amazing. All behind me, cliff faces. One spectacular gap, that's for sure. Now I'm heading to Stanley Chasm, which also should be really good. Just got to get there. It's about 40 kilometres. I just had two girls pull up and stop their car and go, "Would you like an ice cream?" They handed me this ice cream in the middle of nowhere. They said they had a box and they're going to melt, so have an ice cream on us. Very different. I was just taking a photo of this. Love the harshness of this country, especially on a calm, nice day where it's probably only about 25 degrees. Now this is a feast for the eyes again. This is Stanley Chasm, just entering it now. So we're just entering Stanley Chasm now. Pretty cool, eh? This is worth the ride, definitely. Just a bit up from Stanley Chasm. Coming out of the gorge. The chasm. So peaceful at the moment. Have a perfect day in the Northern Territory. Stanley Chasm. Once again, really nice to see. Views like that. Very hard not to video or photograph or just stare at. So three-dimensional and so character. Something like that. Letting air out of your tyres. It has to be done on these softer sections. without going too low. Because it's just so sandy, some of these sections. Hi, it's the 20th of August, about 10 in the morning, and we're going to do some bush camping on the Hugh River, about 65 kilometres outside Alice Springs, and full drive with high ground clearance, and there should be some sandy sections and stuff like that, but it should be better than the other place that I've got to do the riding, where it was just super sand. Anyway, let's go try it and see what it's like. At the moment it's kind of good, the road. Well, it's quite rideable. You have to be careful like this though, just the same. Keep going good, now stack out here. Not make things good. There is still congregations. Okay. I'm going to do a bit more. Such beautiful surroundings, and I don't know, me being from the south of Australia, this is quite rugged and harsh, and definitely the outback. Now that's a nice scene, isn't it? This trail's not turning out to be too bad. It's not soft like the other one. That was really hard to ride. It's just very rocky, but you just go slow and it's all good. So much about the short video. Just looks so great. I think just the harshness, the colours, even the day, the clouds, everything. And there's my bike. After I've unloaded the bike, the thing is to get the solar out and get the battery charging. That's the most important. So before I even set up tent, doesn't really matter. I just get my power film 60 watt. Even with this solar panel, can have a hole in it, and it will still, the solar panels will still be fine. And it's instant power with this one. Doesn't need a warm up period or anything like that. Just straight away instant power as soon as you plug in. The sun's high, it's a bit after 12. It's good light at the moment. Get the cigarette lighter cable, and this one. Plug that in here, click. And this waterproof cable. Plug that in. And look, presto. We have power. So the first LEDs failed to work, but it's working at 40%, it shows that, so it's up to 40% and going higher. It does take a while. That's why I'm happy I've got the 60 watt for what I do. 60 watt, it does do, like if I've got something like this now, I'll get this charged today sort of thing, and then, I don't know, you can charge your laptop fully and then charge it again, then charge this GoPro, charge the camera, charge my phone, a few other things like that. Because when you're travelling on roads like this, the dynamo just doesn't produce enough power, even with the e-work running it. It's, yeah, just goes too slow and not enough watts. But anyway, with this I might be getting about 50 watts at the moment, which does do something. So it's all good. Now I've got to find a place to put my tent up. I think over there. This is going to be my campsite for tonight. I've now got the solar panel charging over here, and I've got my tent set up in this little spot. very different. It better not rain tonight because I'm just above a riverbed. Might have something to eat and go explore a bit further into it. Well, I've left the load at the campsite and just got my backpack and my camera, a few other items. Okay, this looks like a rough section. I've made it to the trailhead of the La Pinta. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, trail. This is where it goes. I really recommend doing this walk actually, by what I've seen of it. Be a great walk for anyone interested in doing walking, that's for sure. Rugged as mountains and very spectacular. Be tough, you'd want to be fit. Birthday waterhole. That's just not because it's my birthday tomorrow, that's what it's named. So that tree over there, they're like mussel trees, they just twine themselves into the rocks. And you obviously get a water source through that. Has the real rustic colours to it, I reckon, textures. I think it's amazing. But I've still got to get back to the campsite where I'm here. Caribbee, when your camera equipment depends upon it. Have a look at this for a view. This is above my tent site, quite a bit above. Is that a room with view or what? Love my views. Well, it's 21st of August, 2013. Guess what that means? It's my birthday! Happy birthday, thank you very much. I'm 43 today. Anyway, I'm leaving Reedy Creek Waterhole, which is just down that way sort of thing a bit, about a kilometre and a half. And I'm heading back to the main highway for a little bit, just to be on a bit. Now this section up here is just too steep to ride. I'm quickly enough for a full drive. I'm sure I can push my bike even up this. Yeah. Lighten the load a little bit. Yeah. Finding the gap. Slowly getting out of this four-wheel drive track. It's like a roller coaster, you go down and then up and down. That's all these switches. It's going to move actually. Here we are after another day on the cycle path at Elderberry Creek. I don't know what it's called. Something like that. But it looks nice. And there's some ducks supposedly over there. Another typical Australian scene. Oops. Big wedge-tailed eagle. Pretty awesome looking, isn't he? See, spin effects, and then it's all been burnt. They must have a lot of bushfires up here, which I never really realised how many bushfires they actually have up in the Northern Territory. They must have lots and lots. Looking at that, a charred landscape. But that mountain ahead is magical. Another brilliant day with a tail breeze. Perfect blue sky. What can one say? Ormiston Gorge, West MacDonnell National Park. An actual sealed road to the gorge today, and walking through this sand. It's quite slow and hard. Much easier. There's all this rocks along the side as we enter. All cliff faces. It's pretty spectacular. Once again, nice to be here. Highly recommend this area. To do in the winter, that's for sure. Great views, roads are pretty good. We want to stick to the bitumen. Not too bad, a few little hills here and there. And look at this gorge we're coming up to. And there's even drinking water you can get. And a little kiosk if you want some food, I guess. It looks pretty nice. It's amazing it let me get that close. I think they call it Port Lincoln Park. Ormiston Gorge, and as you can tell there's people swimming here. Pretty cold though, I must say, this time of the year. So Ormiston Gorge, another great place to come and see in the Northern Territory, most definitely. All the character of the rocks. Gorge. Let's go up to the lookout, see a bit more of it. Brilliant, isn't it? Beautiful. Another great gorge. Colours on the rocks, from the reds to the greys to the mystique of it all. Superb. An ancient seafloor. The rocks beneath your feet once lay at the bottom of the sea 800 million years ago. All this area was covered by warm, shallow water. Okay. Ormiston Gorge. There's a lot to view. Anyway, we must continue on the journey. Ormiston Gorge, just a bit outside of it, sort of thing. 22nd of August, the evening's coming, the day's coming to a close. Got to cook dinner pretty soon. Some dogs I can just hear over there, sort of thing, just before, quite loud. So that'll be interesting if they turn up here during the night. And tomorrow I'm heading on further past Glen Helen, which is just down the road at Glen Helen Resort. Then past Goose Bluff, I think it is. That should be a nice view over there, so I might camp there tomorrow night. Then the next day I should just be just outside of Hermannsburg. See the tail up. Get closer. Let's go on the bolt and see if we can catch up to the dingo. Good morning, 23rd of August, about 8 o'clock in the morning. About to leave this campsite, heading for Goose Bluff. Glen Helen's about 5 kilometres down the road. I'm just in MacDonnell Ranges National Park, so the journey continues. Another nice day. Sun is shining, temperature's just risen, a little bit cool this morning, but all good. And continuing the journey, just heard dingoes howling 15 minutes ago, which is quite nice. I was howling back to them, so just thought it back. Anyway, journey continuing. There's Mount Sonder, 1,380 metres high. Very impressive mountain as you go past. Really spectacular. Makoga signature. Beautiful place, the Northern Territory. Come visit one day, do it in winter and cycle tour. You'll be amazed. So many photo opportunities. It's going past Mount Sonder and a little rocky outcrop just next to us. Howdy. I thought it might be you. I think that must be Goose Bluff over there, I do believe. Well, here's tonight's campsite. About 15 kilometres from Hermannsburg because the sun is about to go down. So this will have to do. It's in the red sand again. And there's cow prints or bull prints. So just hope no bull turns up tonight. That's pretty nice. The flies are still out. Still is quite slow riding in this soft dust. Get in your front wheel and it just grabs you. Don't you love cars? Make that much dust. Albert's house, an Aborigine man who sold 38 paintings in 1944 to build this house for his family and his kids and his wife and establish a vegetable garden out here on the Finke River, the Northern Territory. Nice place. Get hot in summer, that's for sure. The Finke River. There's actually a puddle of water in it. It's obviously flows fairly big at times. Welcome to Netaria, Hermannsburg. Many voices, one dream, building a poly desert lifestyle. Into Hermannsburg. There's a little supermarket here.